What's up, everybody? Not all upgrades add value. I had a client who wanted to price their house at the top of the market because they had added so many upgrades and they assumed the buyers would see the same value as they did. I had bad news for them and I never want to have that conversation again. I'll tell you what happened to them later. They weren't the only ones. The average American household spent $9,542 on home improvement projects in 2023, according to Angie's annual State of Home Spending Report. But not every home renovation project will increase the resale value of your home. Have any of you thought a certain upgrade was worth every penny, only to find out that no one else feels that way? Put it in the comments and tell us what happened. So today, we're gonna go through some home upgrades that may not add as much value as you think. This way, if you are thinking about selling your home, or even if you're thinking about buying a home, you'll know which upgrades to avoid because you won't get the money back that you put into it. So let's dive right in. Before we start, let me be clear. If you're doing something to your forever home and what I have to say puts a damper on your vision, just ignore me. This is about resale value because at some point you're most likely going to sell your home, even if you're a new buyer. Whether it's this year or in the next 5 years, these are the upgrades you may want to avoid because you're probably not going to get your money back out of them. So the first thing is one of the big mistakes that my clients did. They took one of the bedrooms and they converted it into a gorgeous walk-in closet. I mean, I loved it. It had everything: shoe shelves, different hanging heights, a built-in sitting area with storage underneath. It was spectacular. But they lost a bedroom, which limited the number of buyers who would want their house. And this closet was expensive. If they had been planning on staying in their home for 20 to 30 years, well, then it's all good. But they ended up wanting to move to a bigger home in 4 years and sacrifice a bedroom to get their dream closet. Good for them, but bad for the buyers that need that bedroom. Even if the buyers love that closet, if they need the bedroom and don't want to spend the money converting it back, they're gonna pass on that house. And while we're here, let's get into fancy lighting and high-end fixtures because that closet had both, as did the rest of their house. Replacing your current fixtures with expensive high-end fixtures is an upgrade that will not add value to your house. Installing designer faucets and custom lighting may sound like an easy way to improve your home, but these home improvements will not increase the value enough to cover the cost it takes to purchase and install them. Plus, potential buyers will not pay more for a home just for expensive fixtures. Instead, install fixtures that are affordable and high quality. There are a lot of options that are really nice. They're just not the most expensive or the most custom. Think good quality and sleek. Quiet luxury, if you will. This can instantly update the look and feel of a space without breaking the bank. Moving on to the next mistake my clients made. They converted all 3 full bathrooms in their home into standing showers. They were beautiful. The primary was a walk-in shower with a bench, and the hall full bath and the lower level bath also had huge walk-in showers. While their bathrooms did look amazing, it's another example of an upgrade that won't add value, at least if you do all of the bathrooms in the house. Some buyers may like a soaking bathtub, or they may have small children and they need a bathtub for them. To attract the most buyers and give yourself the chance to get the most money, be sure to leave at least 1 bathtub in your house to appeal to every type of buyer. By the way, I'm one of those people that really likes a nice hot bath at the end of the day. So when I see homes that every bathroom has no tub, I start figuring out how much would it cost to convert a shower back into a bathtub. And it impacts the value of the house if I were gonna buy it myself. The next one we need to talk about is overdone landscaping. Extensive landscaping can get more buyers in the door, as curb appeal is the first thing they see when looking for a house. But extensive and expensive landscaping can be a turnoff. People see maintenance and they look around and they think, how much is this gonna cost me to keep up this beautiful landscaping? All you really need is a clean look. No trees touching the house, no weeds popping up. Fresh mulch and live green bushes with a touch of color can look really nice. Try some large potted flowers right by the front door, and exterior lighting is also a really nice touch, and it doesn't have to be really expensive. A lot of times we'll put these exterior lights along the pathway leading up to the front door, and they just give it a nice, elegant look. And while we're outside, let's talk about pools. Where I am here in Maryland, right outside of DC, having an outdoor swimming pool does not necessarily add value. I know a lot of my clients, especially those with small kids, that they prefer not to have one because of the liability and the possible danger. Now, if you live in Arizona or Florida or Southern Southern California, I can understand having a pool may add value. And if you live in a colder state, I could see it being a detriment because you're just not going to use it that often. Plus, maintaining a pool costs money, and a lot of people don't want that extra expense. And don't forget about home insurance, because most likely your home insurance will go up as well. And finally, let's talk about walls and floors. I know wallpaper is in right now, but I would still advise against it if you're looking for upgrades that will increase the value of your house. Both wallpaper and textured walls are a pain to remove and are very customized to your taste. So any buyer that doesn't like your specific taste will immediately start calculating in their mind, how much will this cost for me to remove this wallpaper or smooth out this textured wall, and they will put a discount on your house and possibly just pass. I just had this happen with one of my clients when we went to sell their house. Their whole entire house had wallpaper in every room, and it wasn't great. So we had to remove it before hitting the market. Got my contractors in there, and it cost $10,000 to remove all the wallpaper in the house and then paint over it. Some people may paint over wallpaper. Please don't do that. It's a bad idea. It looks terrible, and people can tell. So remember, I'm just going over upgrades that you won't get your money back. So if you love wallpaper and you understand that custom walls may be a turnoff for some buyers, or your realtor may suggest removing all the wallpaper before your house hits the market, then I say go for it. Just realize that removing wallpaper is time-consuming and expensive. As for paint, sticking to neutral colors is the best bang for your buck. And if you are thinking about selling your house, you might have to repaint it right before you hit the market, because it is the first impression a buyer sees when they walk in your home. Bold accent walls were cool about 20 years ago, and I kind of still see them happening around now, but they make your home look dated. Many homeowners are looking for a move-in ready home these days, especially because home prices are so expensive. So if a buyer looks around and thinks they have to repaint a home, it may be an immediate turnoff. As for floors, if you have existing hardwood floors, please don't cover them with carpets. Most buyers prefer wood floors, and carpet is not seen as a positive. In fact, it can be a negative. Refinishing hardwood floors, on the other hand, is a great upgrade, especially if you can enjoy it for a while. I'm not sure I would do it last minute just to sell. It would depend on how much it costs and what are the comps, what are the other houses in your neighborhood, what do they have, and how much are they selling for. So it's not a blanket answer. It really depends on your house. But if you can enjoy it for a while and you do have hardwood floors under a carpet, get rid of the carpet, refinish the floors, you'll do great and you'll really enjoy them. The other alternative to hardwood is LVP, luxury vinyl product. And don't let the word vinyl turn you off. LVP floors these days are really nice. I mean, they have different degrees of expense, but they're a great option, especially if you have dogs or pets or kids that can scratch up the floors, because they're a lot more durable. So definitely check that out as a possible option to hardwood floors. LVP, luxury vinyl product. The only exception I make for carpet, if you have old carpet and you can't afford hardwood floors or LVP, is to then replace the carpet with new carpet. But I would do this right before hitting the market. My advice is to buy the least expensive carpet, but still nice. When you go into the carpet store, ask them what their builder grade carpet is, because a lot of the builders will buy the same thing that looks nice, but it's not that expensive. And this is a great bang for your buck right before you hit the market if your existing carpet is really bad, because carpet doesn't add value. At this point, you're simply trying to make the house look nice and clean and move-in ready, which may not necessarily increase the value of your house per se, but if you didn't replace that old, dingy, stained carpet, that may have brought the value down. So back to my clients. As I said, they completely tricked out their home and it looked stunning. And they were really surprised when I told them that all this money that they put into all these upgrades would not necessarily hold their value when they went to sell their home. They wanted to try their price regardless, and it's always the seller's choice on how they price their home, so we did. After a few weeks with a lot of showings, because like I said, the house looked stunning, we had no offers, and so they had to reduce their price. They did. They reduced the price and the home sold. They were definitely a bit disappointed in that all these beautiful things they didn't add the value that they thought. But unfortunately, a lot of people see what they want and need from a home, not necessarily all these fancy upgrades. Fortunately for them, another young couple bought the house and they didn't need the extra bedroom or a bathtub in the bathrooms, so they love the closet and they love the standing showers. But I have to tell you, they're gonna experience the same thing eventually when they go to sell the home. So those are my main upgrades that don't necessarily add value to your home. So if you are thinking about selling, which we all do eventually, or you're actually just starting started looking to buy a house and you're ready to renovate it, just keep it in mind. You may not get the money out of them with these upgrades that you think. Some other things to consider would be like solar panels. If you're thinking about getting solar panels on your home, my advice is to buy them rather than lease them if you're going to be selling your home. Because a lot of buyers do not want to take on that extra expense when they're buying a house, when they have an option for another house that doesn't have them. So just something to keep in mind. If you missed our video on the best updates to sell older homes, definitely check that out next. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Bye!